Manga-Waido.
I'm Kazuhiko Murase. I'm a 24-year-old businessman. I had a pretty normal life. But then one day, everything changed for me. It all started when I got this phone call.
Is this Murase?
Yeah. Who's this?
It's me, Akari Kawano.
Kawano? Wait, you mean...
You owe me a favor, remember? Well, it's been a while, but I need you to do something for me.
It was this girl I went to high school with. All the memories were coming back to me. When I started 12th grade, these kids started picking on me. I was the quiet type, so I was an easy target for them. One day, the bullies were trying to take my money, but then Kawano came and stopped them for me. She was in 10th grade at the time.
Get the hell away from him!
She was one of the bad girls. Everyone was scared of her. Nobody dared cross her. My classmates walked away without saying anything. Thank you so much. Is there anything I can do to thank you?
Don't worry about it. First, you gotta learn how to stand up for yourself, man. You can thank me when you're a man.
Okay.
Here's my card. Those idiots come back, just tell me and I'll get rid of them for ya.
Why are you helping me?
I like to help people, you know?
So she gave me her number, and I gave her mine. She helped me out a few times after that, but I was kinda scared of her. I didn't really talk to her that much. It's been so long. I wonder what she needs my help with. She said she wanted to talk, so I decided to meet up with her.
I need you to tell me everything you know about weddings.
Weddings? You're getting married?
No, not me. My sister is. She wants me to come, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Never been to a wedding, so...
Apparently, she recently moved here, and she didn't know anyone else in town, so I was the only one she could ask. This shouldn't be too hard. Phew.
So are you gonna help me or not? You said you'd help me.
Oh, of course not. No worries.
Alright, good.
After that, I met up with her a couple of times. Things were kinda awkward between Kawano and her parents, but she was still good friends with her sister, so she couldn't wait for her wedding day. She seemed really excited. That's kinda cute. It's a side of her I didn't know about. I taught her all kinds of things about attending a wedding. Customs, etiquette, that sort of stuff. She did some research on her own, but she said she was overwhelmed by the amount of information on the internet. She didn't know what to believe. So I taught her everything she needed to know, step by step. I've been to a lot of weddings, so I knew how these things went. Then one day, we went shopping to pick out her dress.
Ugh, can I just wear the one I have at home? I don't want to wear this. It's all girly and stuff.
You gotta look your best. You don't want to embarrass your sister in front of her guests, do you?
No.
Alright. You gotta get yourself a proper dress. How about this one?
I don't think it'll look good on me.
You sure? I think it's cute.
Fine, I'll try it.
Then we went out to dinner to practice table manners.
I've never been to a place like this before. Getting all nervous.
But the wedding's gonna be even fancier, so you gotta get used to it.
Right.
Use the ones on the outsides first, like this. Then hold them like this.
Like this?
Kawano was a pretty quick learner, and she did everything I told her to, so it wasn't hard teaching her.
Hey, stop calling me Akari-san.
Huh?
Just call me Akari.
Oh, okay, Akari?
Why are you blushing, man?
Sorry, can you call me Kazuhiko then?
Alright, Kazuhiko. Deal.
Okay.
Come on, let's eat.
Okay, I was kinda scared of her at first, but I was starting to like her. She was kinda cute. Then, about a month before the wedding, I was out shopping with her. We were going to get some shoes for the wedding, but then, when I met up with her at the park, her eyes were bloodshot red. Looks like she's been crying. What happened? You okay?
The wedding? They told me not to come.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought your sister invited you.
She did, but her fiancé's parents, they don't want me there. They heard about my past, and they called me and told me not to come. They said they want nothing to do with me.
She used to hang out with the bad crowd, but that was years ago. And she always loved her sister, and she still does. How can they do this to her? What was the name of her fiancé? Nakai, right? Let's go talk to him. I'm sure he'll understand if we just talk to him.
Nah, I don't want to trouble my sister, so I'm not going.
You sure about that? Don't you want to see your sister in her wedding dress? This is her big day. All the hard work you put in, you're just gonna throw it out the window? Come on, let's go talk to them. They can't do this to you. I'll come with you.
Kazuhiko.
Wow!
Thank you. I really appreciate your help, man.
Sure. We're friends now, so that's what friends do, right? Come on, let's go talk to him tomorrow.
Okay.
The next day, we went to Nakai's office to have a little talk with him. Akari didn't have his number, but she knew where he worked, so we decided to wait for him outside the office. Then, about an hour later...
That's him, I think.
Huh?
What the...
What's going on here? Let's go after them. We followed them. Then, they walked into this hotel together.
I can't believe it. He's cheating on my sister? This is unbelievable.
Yeah, we didn't know what to do. I told her we should go home, but she said she wanted to confront him. I couldn't just leave her there, so I decided to wait with her. Then, about 3 hours later... There he is! Nakai walked out of the hotel. He was still with the same girl. I took some pictures for evidence. Then, Akari jumped out and ran towards him. Hey!
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Who the hell are you?
I'm Shiori's sister.
Huh? What do you want?
You cheating on my sister? How dare you?
What? No, it's not like that. She's a nobody.
What? Screw you, we just slept together.
Shut up! What a piece of shit. Then, Akari slapped him as hard as she could.
You little shit, you're not getting away with this.
People were starting to gather around them. Nakai just stood there looking like an idiot. Come on, let's go! I didn't want to get her in trouble, so I grabbed her and ran out of there. Akari was crying. A week later, I met up with her again. It was my first time seeing her after the incident.
I told my sister about
I see.
Yeah, I just couldn't let it go, you know?
Yeah. Your sister must have been shocked.
Yeah, she cried. When I told her I smacked him in the face, she laughed. She broke up with him yesterday. She was upset, but she was glad she found out before the wedding.
So she called off the marriage, but it didn't end there. A few days later, Akari called me.
It's about Shiori.
What is it?
Nakai's parents called her. They said they want to talk to her in person. She asked me to come along with her. She's pretty nervous. Could you tag along, just in case?
Of course. I'll be there. What did they want now? I had a bad feeling about this. They told Shiori to meet them at this hotel in the city. Akari and I sat down at a nearby table and watched. I wanted to hear what they had to say, so I told Shiori to call Akari's phone and leave her phone on the table. Nakai's parents arrived just on time. It was just his mother. We picked up the phone and started listening in.
So, what did you want to talk to me about? I'll be blunt. I admit my son cheated on you, but maybe this is partially your fault. Excuse me? He was clearly unhappy with you. That's why he did this. And it was just a one-time thing. You've got to give him another chance. I haven't done anything wrong. And even if he was unhappy with me, that doesn't give him the right to betray me like that. He cheated on me. I'm not going to forgive him. Ugh, you're so stubborn. No wonder my son cheated on you. And you don't even have proof. You're a horrible person. My son did nothing wrong.
She's unbelievable. Like mother, like son, I guess. She wasn't making any sense.
You embarrass our family. This is all your fault. Apologize to me right now.
Akari couldn't take it anymore. She got up and walked up to their table. I wasn't gonna stop her either this time.
Hey, you got a minute?
Who are you?
Shut up! How dare you talk to my sister like that? You want proof? Here. Your son cheated on her. This is all his fault. It's as simple as that. Get the hell out of here.
Last time I saw her like this was back in high school, when she defended me against those bullies. She always stood up for the right things. But Nakai's mom, she didn't back down. She kept yelling at Akari. I gotta do something. But then, something unexpected happened. Someone started clapping.
Huh? What's the...
We were really confused. We looked around, and there was a group of old men sitting at a nearby table.
We didn't mean to eavesdrop, but you were very loud, so we heard everything. Sounds like you're the one at fault here. Stop trying to blame her for your son's mistakes. It's pathetic.
Like she said, this is your son's fault. Nobody else's. And they even got proof. So I know they're your family. But you should take a second and think about this, ma'am. That shut her up. She just stood there in silence. There was nothing else she could say. She finally gave up. Then she said, sorry, and left the hotel. We thanked the group of old men and left the hotel a few minutes later. Akari and Shiori looked much better now.
Kazuhiko, right? Nice to meet you. Sorry to get you involved in this.
Oh, it's okay. I wanted to come.
I asked him to tag along. Thanks, man.
Sure, I wasn't able to do much, but
I heard you were teaching my sister table manners and stuff. Thank you so much. I'm sorry the wedding got canceled.
it's not your fault.
Yeah, it's Nakai's fault.
Yeah, forget about him though. I deserve better. I've already moved on, so no worries. I'll be able to get married in no time. Oh, and I can't wait to see you in that dress. The one you were telling me about?
Sounds good. Hope you find someone like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what? Then, 3 years later, Shiori got married. I got to meet her husband before the wedding. He seemed like a very nice guy. And our daughter was the ring girl. She turned 1 a few months ago. Akari and me, we got married 2 years ago. Akari wore the dress we picked out together 3 years ago. And she remembered all the stuff I taught her. Then, towards the end of the wedding, Shiori read a letter she wrote for Akari.
My sister was always there for me. Always. She's the best sister ever. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her.
Shiori!
Akari, stop crying. Here, use this. Akari felt partially responsible for Shiori's wedding getting cancelled. I told her it wasn't her fault, but she was always beating herself up for it. But now, I think she'll be okay. Then, when Shiori and her husband came to our table,
If you make her cry, I'll beat the crap out of you.
Akari, stop it. Don't worry, that'll never happen. I promise. Shiori couldn't stop laughing. It was a beautiful wedding. It was a rough couple of years for all of us, but just glad everything worked out.